Good morning, students. How was your night? Hope you are staying safe. Please stay at home. Please don't leave your house without informing your parents where you are going to. It is very, very important. And also, don't forget to help your parents at home. My name is Miss Catherine Iboleme. I'll be taking you on mathematics. Today's topic is simple equation. Before we start the lesson, last time we discussed on algebraic processes where we use the numbers and letters to add. For example, we have 2x plus 3x plus 4x, which is equals to what? 6x. And also, we also use that same letters and numbers to group the ungroup algebraic and what? Or to group like times and together. So we're going for today's topic, which is simple equation. Lesson objective. At the end of the lesson, the student should be able to distinguish between the student should be able to identify an equation as an algebraic sentence involving equation. And two, distinguish between true and false open sentences. Three, solve simple equations involving the balancing method. And four, solving simple equations involving fraction. So let's discuss more on what true and false sentences. From there, you're able to identify simple equation. The expression 4x is an algebraic sentence. It means 4 times the unknown is equals to 24. You can also use your own. For example, the ex- you can also use your own. The expression 3x times unknown is equals to 9 is an algebraic sentence, which means 3 times unknown equals to 9. An algebraic sentence with an equal sign is called an equation. An algebraic sentence with an equal sign is called an equation. For you to know an equation, it must come with what? Equals sign. The letter or unknown is used for finding the unknown of a what? A simple equation. The letters, for example, X, P, Q, O, or unknown, for example, boxes, square, is used for finding the unknown of a simple equation. Examples: say whether the following are true or false. Say whether the following are true or false. Number one, we have an unknown plus 3 equals to 7 when 4 goes into the bus. An unknown plus 3 equals to 7 when 4 goes into the bus. Solution, we have the unknown to be 4. 4 plus 3 is equals to 7. Our our equation there is true because the unknown is 4. 4 plus 3 is equals to 7. Let's go to example number 2. 23 minus x equals to 22 when x is equals to 2. 23 minus x is equals to 22 when x is equals to 2. Solution: 23 minus 2 is equals to 21. Our answer is false. Reason: because 23 minus 2 is what? 21, not 22. So that is a what? A false sentence. And number one is a true sentence. A sentence which may be true or false is called an open sentence. A sentence which may be true or false is called an open sentence, meaning that an open sentence can either be true or false. Let's move to different ways or different method of solving simple equation. Number one method of solving simple equation is the balancing method. Using the balancing method to solve an equation. An equation will be balanced provided that what is done to one of the equation is done to the other side. Using the balancing method, it means that you have to, whatever you do to the left hand side must be done to the right hand side. I didn't say whatever you do to the left hand side alone. Whatever you do to the left hand side, you must do it to the right hand side. Meaning an equation will be balanced provided that what is done to one side of the equation is done to the other side of the equation. Let's check out the examples. Example: example, solve the following equations using balancing method. Solve the following equation using balancing method. And also check your answers. Number one question says x plus 4 is equals to 9. X plus 4 equals to 9. Solution, subtract 4 from both sides. Why are we subtracting 4 from both sides? To get the value of x. Why do you want to subtract 4 from both sides? So that x can stand alone for us to be able to find the value of x. Subtract 4 from both sides. X plus 4 minus 4 is equals to 9 minus 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. 9 minus 4 is 5. X plus 0 is x, which give us x equals to 5. So the value of 5 represents the unknown, which is what? X is equals to 5, and 5 represents the unknown, which is what? X. Let us check if our answer is correct. When x is equals to 5, we have 5 plus 4 equals to 9. Yes, our answer is correct. Let's go to example 2, which is k divided by 2 equals to 5. K divided by 2 equals to 5. Solution, we have k over 2 equals to 5. We cross multiply. When we cross multiply, if you can remember the cross multiplication sign, k over 2 is the same thing as 5 over 1. And when we cross multiply, k will multiply 1 and 2 will multiply 5. K times 1 is k and 2 times 5 is 10. K is equals to 10. The value of k is equals to 10, meaning whenever you see k, you put 10. So let's check if our answer is correct. K divided by 2 is equals to 5. K is equals to 10. So 10 divided by 2 will give us what? 5. So our answer is correct. So we'll go to the next one, simple equation involving fraction. Example of fractions are 2 over 5, 3 over 4, 20 over 100, 100 over 5. Those are what? Fraction. To solve equations involving fraction, there are some steps we must follow. So let's look at it. Simple equations involving fraction. To solve equations involving fraction, step 1, remove the fractions by multiplying both sides of the equation by the LCM. Meaning, clear the fraction by multiplying both sides with their what? LCM. And 2, collect like times and solve the equation. Simple equation involving fractions. Before you solve any equation involving fraction, you have to what? Clear the fractions using their what? LCM, and also you collect like times if you have the like times to take and solve your equation. We have example. Solve the following equations involving fractions. Solve the following equations involving fraction. Number 1 says x over 5 plus 1 over 4 equals to 1 over 2. X over 5 plus 1 over 4 equals to 1 over 2. Solution. We are finding the LCM of 5, 4, and 2. Finding the LCM of 5, 4, and 2. And what is the LCM of 5, 4, and 2? The LCM is equals to what? 20. Then we now use 20 to multiply both sides to clear out the fraction. We have x over 5 times 20 over 1, which is the same thing as saying x times 20 over 5 times 1. And 5 can divide 20x to give us 4x plus 1 over 4 times 20, which is the same thing as 1 over 4 times 20 over 1. 1 times 20 over 4 times 1. 4 divided by 20 will give us 5, and 5 times 1 will give us 5. We also have 1 over 2 times 20 over 1, which is the same thing as saying 1 times 20 over 2 times 1. And when you divide 2 by 20, we have 10, and 10 times 1, it gives us what? 10. Will bring us to 4x plus 5 equals to 10. For us to find the value of x, we need to what? Subtract 5 from both sides. For us to find the value of x, we need to what? subtract 5 from both sides. Why are we subtracting 5 from both sides? So that the value of 4x will stand alone for us to be able to what? Find the value of what? X. Subtract 5 from both sides. We have 5x, 4x plus 5 minus 5 equals to what? 10 minus 5. 4x plus 5 minus 5 equals to 10 minus 5. 5 minus 5 is 0, and 4x plus 0 give us what? 4x. 10 minus 5 is equals to 5. Divide both sides by 4. We have it to be 4x over 4 equals to 5 over 4. 4x over 4 equals to 5 over 4. And 4 can divide 4 to give us what? X. And x is equals to 5 over 4. Or breaking your answer down, x is equals to 1 whole number 1 over 4. Don't forget that fraction involving simple equation involving fraction, what will you do first? You find the LCM of the what? Fraction. That is step 1. Find the LCM of the what? Fraction. After finding the LCM, you use the LCM to what? Multiply through. When you multiply through, the LCM clear out the what? Fraction. Then you can now what? Solve using balancing method and what? Completing balancing method and also what? Finding your solution. In this simple equation involving fraction, in your notes, I'll be able to give you exercises on that simple equation involving fraction and also simple equation using balancing methods for you to try on your own. Please do well to do the exercises for me to know how far you've gone in understanding this lesson. So the next method is using word problem to solve simple equation, where the equation comes in form of words for you to interpret it and bring it back to what? Simple word equation. Simple equations involving word problems. We have an example there, which is twice a certain number is added to 10. What does it mean? Meaning that twice, meaning 2 times a certain number is added to what? 10. Let the number what? Be x. The number can be x, the number can be k, the number can be p, it can be q, it can be anything. It can be Sophia, it can be Miss Catherine, it can be Sharon, it can be Jesuduni, whatever you want to name your number, whatever you want to name the unknown number. It can be Okwe, it can be Arinzi. Let the number be x. Let the unknown be x. So twice of a certain number, which means 2 times that unknown number. So if you look up there, let our unknown number be what? X. 2 times the unknown number, which is x, will give us what? 2x is added to 10, that is plus 10, and the result is minus 14, which is equals to minus 14. What do we do next? We subtract 10 from both sides. 2x plus 10 minus 10 is equals to minus 14 minus 10. 10 minus 10 is 0, and 0 plus 2x will give us 2x, which is equals to minus 14 minus 10, which is equals to minus 24. Whenever you have 2 negative signs in front of a number, bring down one negative sign and add the 2 numbers together. I repeat, whenever you have 2 negative signs in front of a number, bring down one of the negative signs and add the 2 numbers together. Or, for example, you are owing Miss Catherine 14 naira. I also owing Miss Danny 10 naira. So how much is your debt? Is what? The total amount of your debt will be what? 24 naira. Or the total debt you are owing will be what? 24 naira. So that is where the minus sign is coming from. So 2x equals to minus 24. Divide both sides by 2. We have it to be what? 2x divided by 2 is equals to minus 24 divided by 2, which we have x is equals to minus 12. For you to know more on simple equation, I advise you go to your textbook, go to Essential Mathematics, Book 1, Chapter 14, to read more on simple equation, and for you to also get more examples on open sentence, true sentence, false sentence, using balancing method to solve simple equations, also solving equations involving what? Fractions, and also solving simple equations involving what problem. Till we meet next week, remain safe and good night. Bye bye.